The following is rated M for mature.
You're cruel and corrupt and selfish.
How many times do I have to tell you to shut up, woman? It's a trap!
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Greetings fellow Blockade runners, and welcome. First off, I need to inform everyone that this is not the big episode 10 that we originally wanted to do. But ever since launch, everyone's plans went crazy and up in the air. I can say, however, that this will not be a bad episode. But unfortunately, you will have to listen to B-Run's voice again. But before we get started, as you might have noticed, we have been changing formats a little bit. We are introducing new features and material into the show. And as always, we want to know what you, the fans, think about these changes as we move forward. So please contact us any way you can. You can by email, which is blockaderunner2011@yahoo.com. You can follow us on Twitter, @blockaderunner2011. Or leave comments here on our YouTube channel, or on our page at nothinggaming.com. And if you are on the Vulcar Highway server, come find B-Run. His Sith warrior's name is, of course, Blockade. Alright. Now that I got that out of the way, let's get into the meat and potatoes. As I have watched my master run through the Imperial fleet yesterday, I noticed that some of the people who already got their collector's edition sent to them were bitching about the items they received. So, in true B-Run style, he rushed to investigate. We found out a few interesting things, and found out even more when ours arrived today. So now, I am going to send the show over to my master, Mr. Blockade Runner himself, so he can give you his review on the collector's edition. It's all yours, master.
Thank you, 91, and what's up, everybody? Blockade Runner here from nothinggaming.com, and today I'm going to give you my personal review on the digital and physical items that you received in your collector's edition / digital deluxe edition. Now, first of all, let me start with the physical. When I received the box of the collector's edition, and let me point this out there, for those of you who have not been following my Twitter page, yes, I did end up getting the collector's edition. I got some extra money in from school, and I figured, what the hell, I never got a collector's edition before, and I do have my own show based on this game. I'm gonna get one. So I got it. When I received the box, I was very, very pleased. The box itself looks amazing. Pretty high quality, has a nice transparent film to go over it. Inside is the Darth Malgus statue. The Darth Malgus statue is actually pretty nice. The armor looks nice, the lightsaber looks nice. The only gripe I have with it is his head is tinted green. Almost like he's toxic, unlike his true head that is just very, very pale white. Unless there's something in the story later on about him turning green, I'll be disappointed in that. The game discs, however, come in a very nice tin case. And since we all downloaded the game from the game client, I never had to even open this or take the discs out, which will help them live a little bit longer. The journal is actually quite nice if you're into those sort of things. I'm kind of a nerd. I am. Inside the journal, they actually gave you a copy of the Treaty of Coruscant, which was kind of cool. A layout of the Jedi Temple. And one other thing, I honestly don't remember, so it wasn't really all that important. The soundtrack, I have not got to play yet, but we've all heard those samples that BioWare has been releasing over the last few weeks. It did come in a crappy cardboard sleeve. However, In the game disc case, there is 4 spots, and there's only 3 discs. So I would suggest using that 4th spot for your soundtrack. The security key, I will actually talk about that later when I go over the security key vendor here on the Imperial Fleet. Now, let's start going over the digital items. I already picked them up out of my mailbox. The mouse droid, as you can see right here. This is the only item you get in which you don't have to keep in your inventory, which sucks. He does appear, I believe, in your general tab under your abilities, right here. You can turn him on, turn him off. He does nothing special. He just follows you around like a good little mouse droid. Alright, let's move on to the training droid. The training droid is not what I thought it was going to be, but I will go over that later when I actually take it outside, because you actually use it on humanoid enemies. So I actually take you to Alderaan and show you how this actually works. The flare gun, I again will show you outside, but it acts just like a flare gun. Now, the portable holodancer. Now, we all kind of expected, you know, we all knew what to expect, I should say, when it came to the holodancer. But you can right-click and then find an area in which you want to put it. And it stays on for about 60 seconds. That's all there is to it. Now, the holo camera. This one, a lot of people were hoping would be like a in-game Fraps. I hate to disappoint, it's not, but I'll show you what it does do. Alright, it does take screenshots for you. Now, apparently setting Fraps to take screenshots or just hitting print screen wasn't viable, so here we go. Here's a holo camera. Right-click. And all that did was essentially put my view, into first-person view, which I can simply do by, that's right, scrolling my mouse wheel forward. And it cleared the UI, which I can also do by hitting Alt-Z. And it took a screenshot. So if you are an extremely lazy person that doesn't want to use their mouse wheel, Alt-Z, or the print screen, or your Fraps button, this is for you. This is really for you. But again, this is something you need to keep in your damn bag. Alright. So, now that we've checked out those, let's go ahead, if I can get down there, let's check out the Collector's Edition store. Now, going up this elevator actually brings you to the VIP section, and for those of you who do not know that got the Digital Deluxe Edition, you do have access to the VIP lounge. You just can't use the actual Collector's Edition store. And here we are. This is the VIP section. Honestly, besides its location, it's pretty dull. It's pretty small, pretty dull. In here, there's a Cantina vendor, which doesn't have a lot of stuff. Those of you who are using Biochem, you're going to have to tell me they have these specialist command stims and fortitude stims. If you're around level 40 and you're making this stuff, let me know. This is increasing presence by 84 for 60 minutes. Let me know if that's good. Is that better than something you can make? Is that better than something you can buy later on? Because if so, okay, that's kind of neat. The VIP Lounge wristband, they're selling in the VIP Lounge. And it binds on pickup. This is what's confusing me. Once you buy this, you cannot buy this unless you are up here. So why would you need one? Right? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Maybe they just had it in here and they haven't taken out yet, but that's not very smart. Okay, so for you Digital Deluxe people that have not been up here yet, there is a vendor that you can use besides the Cantina guy. You cannot use the Collector's Edition store, but you can use this VIP goods vendor. So let's see what he's got.
What can I get for you?
He has one thing, and that is a mount. Now, granted, it is a rank 3 mount that increases your speed by 110%, and it does look like it's one of those speeders. So that is kind of neat. It is 1.5 million credits, so start saving. For those of you who have the standard edition and cannot get up into here, into the VIP section, again, you can buy that wristband. But for those of you who want this mount, start saving your money, because you are going to have to go buy a 1 million credit wristband and then the 1.5 million credit mount. So, good luck on that one.
Come back anytime.
Now, without further ado, let's finally go over and check out this infamous Collector's Edition store.
What can I get for you?
Now, what does he have? I gotta be honest with you, not much. He has a pet, which is essentially a hover droid that follows you around. Just a pet. I'm gonna skip these for now, and I'm gonna go down and show you the customizations for each of your only of your first companion. So, for some reason, Kemval has 3 in here, when Mako, Vet, and Kalo only has 1 apiece. And they're all 2,000. But, for those of you who have Vet, let me pull her out here.
Come back anytime.
Now let's check out
find a
her
better
customization,
bargain.
since I can't preview anybody else's.
How's it going, my lord?
Okay, it changes her skin, and I think that's about it. I think it puts a little more makeup on her. It's hard to tell from this angle, but same headdress. I think it's the same pattern on her, yeah, pretty much the same pattern. So far, in the Collector's Edition store, we have a pet and a customization for your companion. Now, they did say there's going to be armor and weapons. I have to say, there are no weapons, period. And the only armor suit is this one. The Imperial Trooper full set. Now, don't get me wrong, this is pretty neat. It is the blank one, so you can mod it any way you want, and it is considered light armor, so anyone, even an Inquisitor, can use this. The only problem I see is we don't have a Trooper. You know, I mean, granted, yes, some people will get this just because, but I don't see an Inquisitor wearing this. Maybe I'll pick this up down the road. But bounty hunters maybe. But honestly, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is everything in this Collector's Edition store. So, in reality, my personal feelings on this, I feel like this is complete bullshit. BioWare fully knew that people were buying the Collector's Edition for 2 things. It was either they wanted the Darth Malga statue, or they wanted this Collector's Edition store. And I have to say, I do like the Darth Malga statue. I'm kind of a nerd like that. But I bought it mainly for the store. Because I was hoping to see, you know, maybe some iconic Jedi robes. Something along those lines. Maybe iconic Bounty Hunter Boba Fett helmet or gear or something. But all they have is this Trooper nonsense. So, those of you who bitched me out during my pre-order review, saying that, well, why do you need to know what's in the store? This is exactly fucking why. Because people would buy the collector's edition just so they could have this store because they made a lot of hype about it. And I'm sorry. That's it. That's it. So, me, I feel like I got had a little bit for $150. Like I said, granted, I do like the statue, but the thing I was most excited about was the store. Now, let's play devil's advocate for just a second. They are probably going to put more stuff into the collector's edition store as time progresses. But I'm sorry. Just these few items for launch. You know, adding 1 or 2 items here and there during an expansion, that I can see. But having just a few items at launch, I'm very disappointed. BioWare, I'm saying it right now, I'm starting to regret getting the collector's edition. And everything that I said before during the pre-order was true. And, you know, I'm pretty disgusted. I really am. Now, a lot of you will probably tell me to piss off and tell me that this is fine. This is absolutely fine. But that's your opinion. This is personally mine. I had a lot of hype built up about this, which, coming from me, that says a lot. But let me know, especially about this store in general, let me know what edition you bought, and let me know if you are pleased or you felt it was lacking. Okay, leave it in the comment section below, or send me an email, and I will put it on the show. But for right now, we are going to go down, and we are going to check out the security key vendor. Yay! Alright, and here she is.
See anything you like?
Now, again, this merchant is only available to you if you buy a security key and put in the code. Regardless of if you like everything in the security vendor, I urge everyone to go get a security key. Either a physical one, which is only a few dollars, I think $6 or $7, or if you have an iPhone or Android that just came out with today, they're free. There's no reason why you should not have this. The last thing you want is to be working months or even years on a character and have some a-hole walk in and swipe all of your stuff in one day. And there's no telling if BioWare is going to turn out like Blizzard, where they're going to say, yeah, well, we can't help you, sorry, go roll another character. You don't know, go get one. But anyway, here is the security key vendor. We have another mount for another 1.5 million credits, and it's another one of those longer speeders. Okay, a fleet pass. This is rather neat. It's like a Hearthstone, pretty much, a transport straight to the fleet. Now, this will come in handy, especially for people like me that love to run flashpoints, but I'm not going to stay in the fleet for 30 minutes trying to get a group together. Granted, they're 1,000 credits a pop, so I would say have 1 or 2 of them on hand and use them whenever, I guess, kind of like an emergency thing. I'm going to skip over this for now. Come down, and there are more customizations for characters. And once again, Kemval has a 1, 2, 3. What the fuck? Kalo has one, of course. Mako has one. Vet has one. So let's check out Vets. See what this one is like. Ooh, very red. Red eyes. Very, dark side looking Vet. Okay. There's also a mouse droid, which is a same as the one that was following me around, but this one actually looks like it's going to look like an actual mouse droid from the movies. Not this little disc thing that's following me around. Looks like those robot vacuum cleaners. Rhythm Augmentation Droid. Summons an Asmrotech droid to serenade you for 30 seconds. So it's yet another pet, almost like the Holodancer where there's a cooldown on it. and they serenade you. Don't know if that means dancing, singing. Serenading, I believe, is singing. Maybe playing a guitar. Who knows? I am not going to spend the 55,000 credits to find out. So if you do, hey, let me know what it does. Okay. Now, the Imperial Dancer's uniform. As you can tell, this is female clothing only. So I'm going to put it on. But, as you can tell, since I am not a woman, it blacks out most of the stuff. But, when you look at it on Vet, here it is. Now, again, these are one of the blank ones, so you can mod it any way you want. If you are a female tank, guess what? You can wear this and mod it out to raid in, which would be kind of neat. I'm pretty upset. I'm one of those stupid people that would love to put this on a male character and tank with them just for once, just to get some laughs. But you know what? Apparently, female clothing only, BioWare is sexist. That's right, I said it. We're allowed to have gay romance, but you cannot cross-dress in the Star Wars universe. Just throwing it out there. Alright, well there is the Collector's Edition store. Most of the digital items and the security key vendor. We are going to run real quick over to Alderaan, and I'm going to show you the training droid and the flare gun real quick. But before I do, even though I'm sure you guys have seen these flying around already, here's a good look at the digital mount. Now, I'm actually quite happy with this. I was a little worried about it because it looked too white and shiny and look at me for a Sith warrior. But you know what? It's not that bad. I do love all the detail that they put into the dashboard here. So while you're flying around, you can actually see it. It looks nice. Alright. Let's head on down to Alderaan. Alright, here we are in Alderaan. And we're going to try out the flare gun. Now, granted, it's a nice bright sky, but at least we'll see the animation. So here we go. And it pretty much does what a flare gun does. Okay. Well, there is the flare gun. Now, let's move down into the wilderness and try out this fancy training droid. Alright, here we are in the wilderness to try out the training droid, and the training droid can only be used on humanoid enemies. And as I just tried, apparently it cannot be used while in combat. So apparently we need to be sneaky. Target one. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's see if it does any damage. He starts at 1730 health. So let's see. Okay, no damage. He's scanning the enemy. Oh, he has a debuff. Accompanied by a training droid. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, not sure why a training droid is scanning an enemy. Oh well. You know, I was really hoping that the training droid was going to be one of those things you could use in World of Warcraft, almost like the training dummies. I was really hoping I could take the training droid out, try out my DPS, try out my damage, see how I'm doing, see which ability does more, you know, stuff like that. But nope, it is completely useless, and it also takes up a spot in your inventory. So if I can sell it, I probably will. That's pretty damn disappointing. All right, well that is everything that came out of the digital items. Alright folks, to sum things up, I am pretty disappointed in all of the digital items that came with the additions of the game. The physical items were actually quite nice. But again, if you did not get the collector's edition for the Darth Malgus statue, or you didn't care about the case that the game disc came in, or you didn't care about the music, and all you wanted was really to know that you could go to a collector's edition store and look different than everybody else, well, you got your wish. You know, you can definitely buy that suit, but I feel very disappointed. I was not expecting BioWare to roll out the red carpet for me, but I did expect them to work a little harder on the items in which they gave out. For all the hype for this collector's edition, I'm going to say it now, BioWare, you guys failed. But in another light, you guys succeeded, your marketing team succeeded, and I guess that's all that matters. I know this is a little harsh, but like all of you know, I say the way I feel. This is the way I feel, and I do want to know how everybody else feels. So, again, let me know, number one, what edition you got, and number two, how happy you are with it. If you got the collector's edition, I want to know what you got the collector's edition for. What was that one thing that pushed you over the edge and says, I want to get this collector's edition? And let me know what you thought. You all know how I feel. So again, let me know in the comments below, or send me an email, and I'm going to try to have one show completely about what everybody thinks about this. So until then, this is the one and only B-Run, signing off from the one and only VIP room in Star Wars The Old Republic. I'll see y'all next time.
Hey, I know it says females, but what about droids? You could just rebuild me with boobs.